How's it going, everyone? My name is George, and this is a video, thoughts and feelings kind of video on the state of the Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 4. And this has been something that's been on my mind since Thor: Love and Thunder has came out, and I'm hearing all the stuff about all the MCU's going down in quality. It's not as good as it used to be. The only good projects we've gotten so far have been Spider-Man: No Way Home, Shang-Chi. Like, I've been hearing all this stuff. I've been hearing some people saying, no, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is still very good. And I just want to give my thoughts on the state of Phase 4, not just like the movies, because I've reviewed most of the movies of Phase 4 already, except for Eternals, which I do plan to review on this channel one day once I rewatch Eternals and have a much more clear thoughts on Eternals, because I feel like I gotta rewatch it to really get an official opinion about it. And I've only really reviewed one show on this channel, Falcon and Winter Soldier, over a year ago. So I haven't really shared my thoughts on the other shows. But when it comes to Phase 4, overall, I've enjoyed it so far. There's really not a project I would say I dislike. I've liked all of them so far, some a lot more than others. Like when it comes to the movies, I would say the three movies that I would say that I do love out of Phase 4 have been Spider-Man: No Way Home, which I got right here, Shang-Chi, and Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness. And I know some people are mixed on Multiverse of Madness, but I love Multiverse of Madness personally. I saw it a second time in theaters, and I liked it more the second time than I did the first time. And when I saw it the first time, I gave it an A minus, and I'm still on that A minus, but it's bumped up a bit more on my MCU ranking. So yeah, I would say like those are probably the three films that stand out to me the most. As far as the TV shows go, for me, I would say in no particular order, WandaVision, Loki, Hawkeye, and while I enjoyed Moon Knight, I feel like I gotta rewatch Moon Knight to get an official opinion on that as well. Probably Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel was probably the biggest surprise of Phase 4 for me so far, next to Shang-Chi. Because these were two projects that I wasn't expecting a whole lot out of, but when I saw them, I liked them a lot more than I did. And those two characters, Shang-Chi and and Kamal Khan, are probably two of my favorite characters as well, new characters in Phase 4, as well as Kate Bishop from Hawkeye. So we've gotten some new characters that I've grown to like a lot in this phase so far. But as far as the other stuff goes, particularly with the movies, like I said with Eternals, I gotta rewatch it, but so far it's probably my least favorite movie of Phase 4. But it's definitely not my least favorite MCU movie overall. I enjoy Black Widow, although it feels like a movie that should have come out in Phase 3. And maybe it could have been better had it come out in Phase 3 before Infinity War and Endgame, although there's still some problems with the story. But I still enjoyed it. Thor: Love and Thunder, I reviewed it a couple weeks ago. Like I said in my review, I like it. It's probably my second favorite Thor film, but nowhere near as good as Ragnarok. And as far as the shows go, I did share my thoughts on Falcon and Winter Soldier. Do I think it's as good as it was the first time I saw it? No, but I still like it. Basically with Phase 4, because a lot of people are saying it's not as good as Phase 3. Going into it, when I remember it being announced at Comic Con a few years ago, I wasn't expecting it to be as good as Phase 3. Phase 3 had a lot of great movies, uh, not just Infinity War and Endgame. You know, you had Civil War, you had Black Panther, Thor Ragnarok. You had a lot of great stuff in that phase. And obviously, some of the characters from the first three phases are no longer there. And I saw it as a retooling, rebuilding stage because you were taking some characters in different directions. You were introducing new characters. You were also starting to to give some characters some closure. So I wasn't expecting a whole lot from Phase 4 going into it. And again, this was before the No Way Home stuff came out. In fact, this was July 2019. The fate of Spider-Man was still uncertain. It was a month later that the Sony Marvel deal was gone and it didn't get renewed until September 2019. So you didn't even know what was going on with Spider-Man at the time. And again, we still have some other stuff coming out in Phase 4. I know this year we got She-Hulk, we got Black Panther Wakanda Forever, although I know a lot of people are concerned because Chadwick Boseman is no longer around. Is the film going to be as good as the first Black Panther film? But 2023, I think, is when we're going to be seeing a lot more from Phase 4. I'm actually looking more forward to the Marvels now after Miss Marvel. And I think with a new director, hopefully the film will be better than the first Captain Marvel. I'm looking forward to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and how James Gunn concludes his Guardians of the Galaxy team. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumanium, I think, is going to be a lot bigger than people think because Kang the Conqueror will finally be there. And I know, yeah, we were hinted at him in Loki, but we're going to finally officially see Kang himself and Ant-Man 3. We got Secret Invasions coming out. I think that's going to be a great show. We're finally. It sounds like Armor Wars is starting to push forward. You also have Ironheart coming out. So I think like there's still stuff coming out in Phase 4. Now, Fantastic Four. I don't know if that's going to conclude Phase 4 or start Phase 5, but we still have Fantastic Four news to look forward to. And I know later today. I think it's later today. We're going to finally learn more about what Marvel's doing at Comic Con. And that's another thing. I feel like people are worrying too early. We still have the Comic Con announcements that are coming this weekend. And Phase 5, I think Phase 5 is when you're going to start seeing things push forward. Yeah, we got a few stuff in Phase 4 that has really given an idea of what to expect with the MCU going forward. Loki, No Way Home, Multiverse of Madness have kind of hinted that the multiverse is going to be the next big thing. It's just a matter of, okay, what's it going to be? Is it going to be something like Secret Wars? Is it going to be something else? We really don't know. Because there's also some people that are saying, well, Secret Wars, it still feels like it's too soon for that. Maybe there'll be like a new Avengers film that will come out before the big event film, Secret Wars, like maybe a new Avengers film that takes on a big threat but not as big as Kang, that will establish a new Avengers team. It's still early to tell. Maybe we'll wait and see later. But yeah, I'm not that worried about Phase 4. I knew it wasn't going to be as good as Phase 3 or even some of the best films that we got from Phase 1 and Phase 2, which were Iron Man, The Avengers, Captain America, Winter Soldier, and Guardians of the Galaxy. I knew most of the films weren't going to be as big as that. The only film that I would say really had a lot of big expectations, the two films were going to be Spider-Man No Way Home and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. No Way Home lived up to the expectations. For me, Multiverse of Madness did, but for some people I understand it didn't. And we still got a couple of surprises from Phase 4. Miss Marvel and Shang-Chi were the two big surprises. So ultimately, with Phase 4, yeah, you're getting only a few quality meals if you're going to make a comparison of food, and the rest are more like delicious or fast food that you like to eat, but it's not as good as the quality meal. But overall, with Phase 4, I'm not that disappointed with it. I can't say there's been a project that I think is bad that I dislike so far. But yeah, there are certain movies that I would say are better than others that are actually phenomenal to great. There's only a few shows that I would say I would go back and rewatch many times. And I know some people have criticisms with the shows, like with the exception of WandaVision, all the other shows have been following a 6 episode format. And yeah, I understand the concern of the shows because for me, episodes 4 and 5 tend to be great, but then episode 6 tends to be a bit of a letdown. I think the only shows that I would say I've been impressed with episode 6, not including WandaVision, have been Loki, Hawkeye, and Miss Marvel, which are oddly enough my favorite shows of the Disney Plus Marvel shows so far. Not including the stuff that just came on that came from Netflix like Daredevil, Punisher, and so forth. But yeah, they got to fix the episode format with the Marvel Cinematic shows. And yeah, overall with Phase 4, I am enjoying it and I understand the concerns. But yeah, another thing with the shows that I want to address is that the shows are also helping set up characters that you don't want to waste time in the movie setting up. Like now with Miss Marvel, you set up Kamala Khan so that way you don't have to spend a good amount of time setting her up in the Marvels. Same thing with Falcon and Winter Soldier. I know a lot of people have concerns with that show, but now you've established Sam Wilson as the official new Captain America. You can go into Captain America 4 having that setup already there. WandaVision, you set up Wanda's character arc so that way you don't have to spend a good amount of time setting it up in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. You can just get right into the story. So the shows are helping in that regard, in my opinion. But yeah, like I said, I know this phase hasn't been for everyone. I know overall the only two movies that most people seem to love or agree that were great were Spider-Man No Way Home and Shang-Chi. The shows, it seems like a lot of people like. It seems like the two shows that most people seem to like so far have been WandaVision and Loki. But yeah, what are you guys' thoughts on Phase 4? Like I said, I've enjoyed it. I'm not that concerned. I knew it was going to be a rebuilding, retooling stage where people are dealing with the aftermath, the effects of Infinity War and Endgame. I think Phase 5 is where we're going to see the big stuff. I think Blade will come out in Phase 5 as well as Deadpool 3. Those projects are apparently finally in development. Fantastic Four, whether it comes out at the end of Phase 4, beginning of Phase 5, I'm looking forward to. Hopefully, we get a casting announcement and director announcement soon. And I'm also looking forward to the X-Men eventually appearing as well. So there's still a lot to look forward to in the MCU. I just don't think it's been Phase 4. But I think 2023 overall, with not just the movies but shows, I think will be a better year for the MCU than 2022 has been so far. But yeah, share your thoughts on what you think about Phase 4 so far. And I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe already if you haven't. Please share this with someone that is an MCU fan that may like Phase 4 or may not like Phase 4. I hope to see you guys real soon. I do plan on continuing my reviews next week. And next week it's going to be Kevin Smith's next film, Mallrats. I can't wait to talk about that film. Hope to see you guys real soon. Take care, everyone.